Well, it took a little bit of persuasion, because there's no chimney in the back to give it any draw, but toasty. It's actually really nice. Apart from my bum, that bit's cold. Oh. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's definitely hot. I just thought I'd just brush a bit of dust off there. Instant regret. So, right, so we painted this a week or so back, but in the damp workshop there were a few signs of specks of rust starting to come back through again. So I kind of thought that, I better get on with this and get it fired up out in the yard. The idea is, as the paint cures on this or finishes curing, it's going to stink. So all I need to do is get it good and hot for an hour. And if I could do that out in the yard like this, then basically it won't stink when I put it in Mother-in-law's house. So that's the plan. Right, I'll let that go on and cook for an hour. I've got other jobs to do. Back inside again for, well, I've been for the last half an hour now. I've been a bit under the weather for the last 3 or 4 weeks, so I got something on my chest that's getting me out of breath and making me feel a bit rotten. It's not COVID, we know that, because I have tests twice a week. I know those are the flow tests and they're not as accurate as the other ones. Nothing. So I just think I got a bit of an infection on my chest that I'm having some trouble shifting. So I was waiting for the doc to give me a call, because obviously I can't go see him. I have to do it on a Zoom call, and then after that, I think we might be moving a caravan. Abby, I saw Abby the weekend briefly, and she said, "Look, Dad, we're not going to use the caravan again this year. It was mentioned last year that if they weren't going to use it, it could go down to Dad's new barn, and he could put it in, because it's only a little one. He could put it in the barn and have it as a little tea room. You can go and have a sit in there and have a kettle, and if he wants to go down there and make a cup of coffee, or if he wants a meeting down the farm rather than at home, he's got somewhere where they can get out of the weather and have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, hide some biscuits or whatever else, and have something in there. He's also got an emergency loo should he need one. So that's the good job for today is take the little 2-berth caravan down to the farm, set that up down there, and then I think I might actually go back down to the fireplace people, because I think the rope that I put on mother-in-law's burner is too fat. Basically we replaced it with a rope that was on there, which apparently is 12mm, but that was the rope that I got a couple of years ago, and I got that size because that's all I could get. But I have it in my mind that the rope on the doors should be narrower. So although it's going to be a bit of a pain, I think I'm going to take the rope off that I put on the other day and put a thinner 8 or 10mm rope on there. Hopefully the people down there fireplace might even know what size it is, but and do it better, because although I got the fire going in the yard, it was going okay, I could see smoke coming out around the doors, so it's not sealing properly. So I don't think those fires were ever really renowned for sealing that well anyway, but I don't really want to asphyxiate my mother-in-law. No, I don't really want to, no. Right, so I'll just wait for the doc to give me a call. So in the meantime, I'll watch Nick Welker getting filthy dirty inside a fertilizer cart.
So I put some nice direct metal Rust-Oleum paint across these things.
Okay, so my telephone doctor's appointment, still lot, is done. So he's going to fix me up with some antibiotics that will hopefully sort out my little chest issue. That's still quite warm. I was thinking of putting that back in the barn because I've got to go out shortly, and I don't really want to leave this out in the yard because there are a few white van men around that are a bit light with their fingers. Not that I'm going to be picking that up for 5 minutes because you'll burn yourself. So. Right, I just went back through while I was waiting for the dot to call me, looking at a couple of videos, one from Adrian from IfarmWefarm, and of course the one that Gerry made a week back, when you referred to my case and the starting issue I had. And I just thought, you know what, she hasn't been started for a week, something like that, and I would just come in, go through the process that I now do, partially from the help of Adrian, because I inherited this tractor from my dad. My dad's still with us, but he doesn't need it, so he took this tractor on from him. And before I had the tractor, I never used it, and basically all I did was go to my dad's place, pick it up, bring it back, and that was it. So never went through any of the procedures or everything for starting it, because of course my MXU, you just jump in that, you might have been idle for a month, just turn the key and it goes. This chap, not quite so much, but anyhow, so Gerry gave me the little tip of, there's a little pump in there, so if I just give him 1, 2, 3, 1 for luck, and then jump in the cab. I still got an issue with that battery cable. That's half of my problem, is that cable there. I need to do that, but I've ordered a switch, an isolator switch, which hasn't arrived. But that is a little project to do sooner or later, is I'm going to change the cable over here, mainly that one there, for a new cable. He gets hot quite quick, so if the tractor doesn't start soon, well, it don't go. Right, so key. The other thing which was suggested to me to do on this was, on the pull switch, was pull it out and push it back in. You can feel the stop, but push it back in past that, and apparently on some of these models that is excess fuel for starting. Right, so I may not use this bit of video, because if this thing doesn't go now, Gerry's just going to laugh at me again. Alright, little bit of throttle. Right then, right round, all the way. 1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Hey! It was close, mind. It was close, but that cable's pretty knackered. Right. I'm going to just let that run for 20 minutes, just to put a bit of juice back in the battery again. In the meantime, while we're doing that, I think I'm going to go down, hitch our little Caravan onto my Land Rover, check the lights and everything else, and then prepare to take that over to Dad's barn. He can have that then as his little tea room. Just take me Johnny off. Biscuit, come on, get in there. Right, it is blinking cold in there, so This one needs a bit of heat as well. Oh. Oh, I'll tell you what, that cold, whatever this little infection or whatever I got on my chest, I'm really feeling the cold. I know my other half is feeling, she went out this morning to take Holly to work, and by the time she came back she was frozen as well. But it is, I don't know, is it just a thing of I'm getting a bit older and I feel it now? Is it this bit of infection I got on my chest, or combination? But I never used to feel cold like this. Not unless it was really, really cold. Okay, so indicators work, lights work, and the brakes. All I need now is a number plate. That's the hours on her, for anybody who's interested. 4,135. So not a lot of hours for a tractor this age. So right, put the key back and out. Too many times this key's been left in here and someone's left it one click or the other the wrong way, and that's one of the things that gets the battery run down. Right, okay. Caravan's on. Let's go find number plate and then we can go. I've had a few folks in the last month, 6 weeks, ask me about the Massey Ferguson 165. Obviously they weren't keeping up to date because the 165 went last year and we converted the value of the 165 tractor into the Ransom's mower, which we bought when we were thinking about doing the golf course. Golf course I don't think it's going to be a goer, simply because of the drainage again out on that land, what it would cost us to drain it and then maintaining green, stuff like that. And to be perfectly honest, and if I am brutally honest about this, I think the income I could have generated from the golf course would have been no more than you guys are earning me watching my YouTube videos. So YouTube is earning me, the views alone are earning me around about, at the moment, about £600 a month, 150 quid a week. And I don't think the golf course, by the time I paid all the expenses and everything else, was actually going to earn me any more. And the problem with having it as a golf course, it meant I can't graze it. So without being unkind to all the golfers who really want to come and play it here, and we still get lots of inquiries, I would rather have cows out there eating the grass than the Ransoms cutting it and it going to waste, if you understand what I mean. So yeah, I haven't made up my mind what to do with that. We don't really need it now, but it's bought and paid for, and I might see if I can find some employment for it during the year this year. If we can find employment for it and it can earn its keep and its servicing and a few quid, we'll keep it. If not, then I've still got my big flail topper, and I've still got two ride-on tractor mowers that, if push comes to shove, I can do it with that. Yeah, so the 165 used to be in there, but no longer. Right. Whoa. Actually, that is lovely. Still a bit too warm actually. Okay, number plate. Number plate. Whoa. Right, that's in there. Right way up, right way up. We wouldn't want to put it in upside down, would we? Right. Well, compact and bijou.